What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. The first day of week 2 of regionals is today. Obviously, if you live in North America, it hasn't started yet, but everywhere else, it actually has started. So we are watching a game from the APAC regionals. Mr. IronBog here, one of the, I would say, second best player in APAC, because YBY1 exists and YBY1's a freak of nature. Technically, he has better tournament performances than YBY1 this year, because he's won 2 of the tier 1 cups, which is just absolutely insane. And so I thought, let's watch some IronBog. He's doing pretty well on the day right now. I think he's like almost top. Yeah, he's 6th overall right now, and they're going into game 6 right now. But I gotta record a VOD because I was lazy last night and got home late. Okay, I didn't get home that late, but we watched a movie, and then I was like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm not gonna record a video. All right. First, augment here, quality over quantity. Like I usually say, I really want at least 4 components to be taking quality over quantity early, so probably not. Starter kit, I don't love this augment in general. Just even when this was a Caitlyn augment, I was not that excited to take it, which goes to show you. And then the level up here, which I think is an okay option. There are a lot more Fast 9 variations available these days. And we do have some early upgrades, which I feel like ideally with level up, you have a few upgrades and then you play around those early. We hit Crystal Gambit +1. It'll be interesting to see if Mr. Bog wants this or not, because, we just saw in our last VOD review a player skipping Crystal Gambit +1. We see we're at the weight, and nope, we do opt to take level up here. And we do actually hit a great early start to this game. We do hit a Callista 2 and a Neferi 2. We're going to power up the Neferi, going to grab, let's see, what was that? Because we do have to itemize Neferi over Callista as well. This is Bludgeoner, right? Ignore 45% of armor, must be. And we're going to slam the IE and the cloak, and we are going to chill here with this being our board here. So, already something kind of interesting is that IronBog, when given the option between Neferi 2 and Callista 2, opted to itemize the Neferi 2. I do think Neferi is a great unit early game. I would have thought with these items that it would have been Callista, but no, I guess not. And the other kind of weird thing is, how do we actually make strongest board here? You'd love to get like an Executioner in here for Callista. We don't have that yet. And you'd also really love to make 10 this round. So looking like we are going to do this by just fielding double Neferis here. Not going to matter too much against this guy because their board's pretty weak. I imagine we hold the Gnar over the Rel. Yep, I think this makes a lot of sense. And this will be our board. And we're just hoping that we can find some better stuff to fit in on this board, because, the Koboko is not even that amazing. We could also, theoretically find a heavyweight, and then the Koboko becomes a little bit more easy to justify. But, this is what it's all about. We have a good opener here and playing the best board that we can. We pick up the Katarina. We can obviously fit onto this board. Very nice. And this looks like it's going to be our board for now. Yeah, this makes perfect sense. I would be on the lookout for those Mighty Mech units, just because Mighty Mech fits really nicely onto a Soul Fighter board. Obviously, you have the Juggernaut in Aatrox to match up with Neferi, and then you have the Executioner in Senna to match up with the Callista, and then you can even do stuff like Lucian match up with Sork with Lux. You can have Viego match up with GP. The units just match up really, really nicely. There's a pair for every single one, and so it's they're units to be on the lookout for sure. Cloak open here going into Carousel, and IE the slam here. It's interesting because I think this makes me, and that's Kraken, I guess, if you want it. This spot makes me certainly think of Fast 9. This is also fantastic in here for Jug, and we still get to fit the Mentor in. Yeah, this is great. And then if we ever do find, like I said, that Viego, it's a really easy transition there. But this to me, especially now that we have this setup, looks like a very, very easy, Vert Jug opener into, Juggernaut Fast 9. The question is, these items slammed, who are we actually playing around? I think, like Lee Sin could hold the IE later. I don't actually think TF is that great holder of IE. We also do get kind of cleared here by SCSC, just a really strong board. And what is that shop? Double Volibear here. It's actually, a little bit hard for him to figure out how are we going to fit this Volibear here. We're going to opt to do it like this. That was, I think this is the 25-10. Oh, what? This must be not done yet, right? Once it dies that many times, it gets those extra stats. It's not done yet on the Volibear on 2-6. Holy wokch. It makes sense from the perspective of, this is an early enough Volibear that we can probably get this stacked relatively quickly. But, this means that we have to play... Oh, wait. It's just Midas Touch. How did... Why does Midas Touch say all those numbers? Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was like, not done yet? I don't know about that one. Okay, we did just take Midas. Okay, all right. This is going to be a fun one. This is going to be a fun one. I will not for a second say that this game isn't high roll. I won't try to tell you that, but it'll still be fun to watch and see where we go from this spot, because now we have to play around the Volibear, so we kind of have to figure out what our board setup looks like here. But I mean, this is pretty egregious. This is probably what all of IronBog's games look like. That's why why he does so well. I mean, still, we have to, focus on playing strongest board here. We have to decide, if some slams are relevant or not. With the Volibear too, I don't think an IE slam is going to be that important here to get the double IE down. He is also, being quite diligent about his positioning, trying to get this Volibear swapped around, just to make sure that he is, in a good spot, ideally able to wrap onto backline, rotate into a protagonist Zac board that doesn't have Zac 3 yet. So, I mean, good for us to fight them. I mean, low-key bad for us to fight them here, because we can beat them at any point, even with Zac 3, unless they just spawn in a triple item Zac 3. So honestly, we want to fight them later. I mean, to me, it's just a second wind here. There's a great augment. We don't really need more. It's regionals, right? Would you take this here? If this was any solo queue game, obviously you take this here. It's so fun. In actual regionals, I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to take this. It is a 2-star 5 cost though. But imagine if you get Seraphine in this spot and you have IE Kraken slammed. Imagine if you get Zyra in this spot. There are a lot of good options, right? Hitting Yone would be insane. Hitting Lee Sin would be insane. Hitting TF would be insane. Braum would be quite good. I don't think you can take this. It's so sad. It's actually so sad. He's like looking at the 5 costs. He's like, okay. Braum would be pretty good. Like good. And then these 3 are horrible. If you hit Gwen here, you basically lose the game probably. I don't think you can. I think you just have to take second wind here. This is so sad. But I mean, this is regionals. This is, low key, if there's anybody who could for fun it would be IronBog here, because he's already qualified to Worlds. But he's still, there's prize money on the line, all this kind of stuff. But that is crazy. Skipping the, and wow, he actually opts to slam the double IE here because he's afraid he might lose this fight. He does end up winning here. It was medium close. In the end, it doesn't really look like he needed to slam double IE here, but I respect him for going for that slam here and being, open to making it here. Also, do imagine this is a level up type scenario. You can level up for the Viego here. I guess he's just gonna chill. It's pretty cheap to level. You do have a level up already. It's only 28 gold worth of pumps. Normally that would be 28, and then you have to, subtract out whatever it is. What's 4, 28, 7, 21, 3, something like that. 21 gold, is that right? To level here? That's like nothing. He is gonna pre-pump a little bit here and not over level yet here. Just gonna level after carousel here. So we have a lot of damage items done. I don't imagine these items are going to stay on, I don't think we're going to be double IE bear forever. We can just take another damage item here, a glove, a cloak here, both reasonable. I'm looking at glove, I think. Yeah, I like glove here for, potential guard breaker, Hodge type stuff. Pairs so well with the IE. Now we can level here for basically free, and we are going to get that in. And look at this board. So we opt to play the Viego and then the Shen and then the Xin Zhao here for kind of a sick, almost like bronze for lifestyle board. 7 traits in. Looks fantastic here. And the Volibear is still going to be a monster on these type of boards. Clearing everybody, getting the extra gold from Midas Touch. It's nuts here. 96 HP streaking. A little bit sad that we didn't actually 5 streak early, so we don't have the 100 streak here, but not the end of the world here. Gonna power up who? Ooh, this is also another interesting playing 2 out of 1 mentor right now. I almost think the last board was stronger here, because now we have to do this kind of weird stuff. But the upside is, and he is going to swap back to the old board. I think that makes a lot of sense. The upside to the other board is that obviously you are, look for, this power up doesn't matter. I'm not going to worry too much about it. What being insane here is Socialite. You guys remember Socialite? What a world. All right, the Volibear actually getting kind of burst down here. We are rotating into a decent board here out of Tamama here, who is level 8 already. with the going long here, just has already pushed it and has interesting enough set up there with the Crystal Gambit there. And speaking of Crystal Gambit, we are looking at getting Crystal Gambit in here. IronBog knows that we have an insane spot this game. We should be playing for first here. The only thing I actually fear a little bit about this Crystal Gambit line is, one, we're getting it in 3-7, actually. I mean, yeah, he sees Guardbreaker here, which is a great stem, or Hodge, actually. Dude, check this. Somebody check his PC. Somebody check him PC. Like, this is actually... And so, wow, I think this is actually really, really smart from IronBog. He says, I'm too strong. I'm actually too strong to lose any fights later with Crystal Gambit in. To consistently lose those fights now that I make set 2. I'm just going to play for win streak in this spot, which, I mean... I've never seen shop RNG like this. Now, am I going to highlight that in the video title? No, because then you guys wouldn't click on the video. But, I mean, if you're watching it here, isn't this game kind of crazy? I mean, Keeper seems okay enough. Keeper's second win is kind of a funny combo where the Keepers will shield you up, and then the second win, like, it'll stop you from, like, dying before a second win, but it'll also sometimes, like, stop you from losing enough HP. I mean, you could just take the sword here and make GS. I don't mind that. Extra AD, pretty good. I don't think it's going to be the AP and attack speed here. Seems stinky. Oh, no, he's going to roll that. Finds a portable here. A lot of good options on Bear. AA is just going to opt to take this here. Ooh, also, wait just a second here. That is our 4th Volley Bear at 4-2 with 55 gold, level 8 here. We are looking at a potential for a 3-star 4 cost this game. I'm going to slam the bow onto Samira and just trying to be as strong as possible, right? We're going fast 9. I mean, we have hit our level 8 board without rolling. So what's their roll for? Samira 2? I mean, sure. But I think our board is quite strong enough here without rolling here. The interesting thing still, though, is, I mean, this is pulling us more and more towards almost playing like this kind of board. And yeah, look at this. He's team planning out a board. Look at this board he's team planning out, where we're going to play around Samira. We're going to play around Volley Bear. I mean, it's hard to justify just kind of completely getting off of these units, right? You have Bear 2. I mean, the earliest time we're going to get off of Volley Bear is probably, I mean, 5-1 at the earliest, but realistically more like stage 6 is when we could really think about getting off this Bear, just because of the amount of gold that you're gonna have to put into, you know, finding like a 2-star 5 cost to move items over to. But I'm still like not even sure who that would necessarily be. I mean, something like a Kraken here, I guess it can go into Twisted Fate is the idea, but I mean, the longer that we don't have a TF, the worse it becomes to not have a TF. I mean, that's blue buff here for Samira if we can get in. Ooh, on a 5 cost as well. Sometimes TFD is a good game. I imagine this will just be the blue buff slam, though the only problem is, once again, it's kind of like, you make this on Samira, and then like, is it moving? Like, this could almost just be a fast 9 game on top of this board. Just play around the core of Volley, Samira, plus the set, and then, you know, play around stuff like Braum and maybe like Xin Zhao as well to get more Soul Fighter in. Maybe not even. The Bear doing good work here, though we are going to get cleared by this board from Sil here. This is this Crystal Gambit Ash board that we talked about in the last, but I saw a lot of this in the games today, looking like this is the S tier comp. Kind of so funny that I think a lot of people I mean, it just goes to show how hard balancing TFT is, because I'm pretty sure on the changes for this patch, I was like, he probably could have buffed Ash more, and like, if they had buffed Ash more, like, imagine this comp, but like even better, like, or even just like last patch, you know, buffed Ash more and people, you know, find this variant, and then the meta gets blown up. I mean, yeah, it goes to show. People say like, oh, like why did they do this stuff in TFT? It was so obvious that this comp was gonna be broken, but like, I almost want to do. By the way, if I ever go full-time TFT, I have some like content ideas that I would be like interested in trying out here. Also, we're gonna push level 9 here, find double bears here. There's Braum. We don't actually have 3 in right, or 4 Lucha in right now, which is kind of funny. I mean, we'll see if we end up actually playing it. We could also just, I mean, there's the Mundo. Okay, so we are gonna fit 4 Lucha in here. This is gonna be potentially the board for now. Cut some of this stuff out. Yeah, cut. Get to 4 Edgelord this way. Still play the Yasuo, right? You can only play one of Braum or Yasuo. Can't play both. We have everything made at this point. Even Shroud. Oh, no, even Shroud actually gonna be GS. What, Declaw for a frontliner? Okay. Surprising to me that we don't make even Shroud here, but I guess the upside is that, like, I mean, we really wanted to make GS here, and we couldn't have guaranteed GS otherwise. And I mean, this is looking like we push 10 in this spot. I mean, the other opportunity is you could just roll down here for bear 3, like slow roll on 50 and try to find bear 3. But I think it might just be a push 10 in this spot. Oh, blue buff moves up to Braum, and then we can move. I mean, okay, surely we should have, I mean, I guess, no, we should have reforged one of these cloaks, right? Because, like, we could hit, like, LW. That would have been a way better slam than Kraken. Or even Shroud would have been pretty solid. But, I mean, fine enough. The Kraken is pretty good onto the Samira. We can live with it. And he's just trying to actually puzzle out, like, what is my board actually supposed to look like here? There's, I mean, infinite units that we could fit on this board. This 4 Lucha, 4 Edge almost seems, like, necessary, just because of, I mean, the units that we're playing around, right? We're playing around the Volibear, we're playing around the Samira, so we need to play these guys, and then obviously that means that we're going to play around the set, and then like it seems then obvious at that point that we need to play Mundo on this board, which, you know, is already moving us towards you know, that 4 Lucha, and then the Edgelord. I mean, too good of units to cut, right? You really do not want to be cutting stuff like, I mean, obviously, Volibear plus Samira gets played. You're usually then playing the Yasuo, and then, I mean, Yone's a 5 cost. Someone was talking about this on Frodan's stream, actually. I remember about talking about, like, it's so easy to randomly end up in just, like, 6 Edgelord, just because of the quality of the units, honestly. Looking for, I guess, Braum item here would be Adaptocone. Sounds good. That is also a QSS Lee Sin. Where does Lee Sin fit into this equation? These are the situations where I feel like I would struggle in a spot like this. Is you play Lee Sin, now you're 3 Jug. We also just, boom, immediately teleport to Lee Sin. And he's considering this. Ooh. Wait, what did we cut here to get this in? We got the, because we cut the, oh, we cut the second bear. Oh, cut the second bear. And then play it like this for 4 Edge. Oh, so look at this. The 4-4-4, 4 Luchador, 4 Edge, 4 Juggernaut setup. I've never seen this board in my life here, but I mean, it looks mighty good. Obviously, you have to hit level 10 to make it here, but once you make it there, it's pretty good. I also wonder, at what point, if at all, do we move items to Lee Sin here? We have these, you know, this triple item Samira. Is she actually better? I mean, she's 4 Edge compared to only 2 Jug, or 4 Jug on the Lee Sin. But Lee Sin is obviously not activating a secondary trait because he doesn't have one. We're also fighting TF, but I think at this stage in the game, I think it's too late to play around TF. I don't think we've had enough time to scale him up. There's Yone 2 here, so IronBog trying to decide. Yeah, and he is going to end up selling the TF here. I cut myself off like 10 years ago, by the way, but I do, my cool content idea would be like, I get some like really high elo players. I get, you know, like Demacian Raptor and like maybe some other people. I get, you know, Kai Watanabe has been rank 1 multiple times in the TFT set. And we do just kind of like a patch notes like predictions where we like see the patch notes and we just like predict what will be OP. Like S tier, A tier, whatever. Okay, he's gonna move on to Lee Sin here. I think this makes a lot of sense. And then we like go back after the patch, like towards the end of the patch, and we like check our work and see like how well did we do here? Did we predict like this comp being broken? Like, I don't think going into this patch, a lot of people were predicting that Crystal Gambit Ashe was going to be broken, or, you know, in previous patches. I mean, there are reroll comps that crop up that, you know, no one predicts. Is Yone actually better than Bear here? Probably not, right? We're digging really hard on Lee Sin power up. We end up taking, what is this, 20? This is 25%, 15%. I'll translate it for you guys, because it's hard here. There's so many. I mean, yeah, I don't know, honestly. Translate. Okay, this one is okay. It's the this is funny. This is the one that gives you Omnivamp and CC immunity, but we have the QSS on him. And if you're gonna do that, shouldn't we have swapped the GS and the QSS? I guess he ran out of removers, right? We only have the 1 remover, so we can't actually do that swap. That's actually so tragic. We do still have power up removers, but he's saying this is good enough, which is shocking to me because, I mean, it's just 25% Omni. Wow. I mean, it sounds pretty awful in this spot. I'm surprised we don't swap off. We do rotate into an Ashe board. If there is one board that we are scared of at this point in the game, it is that Ashe guy here. I will also say, you know, we're okay, and he is going to remove her again. Take, what is that? 35%? 35. What could be 35? Oh, 65. Oh, this is on the edge, right? Start combat at 65% HP, gain 35% amp. On the edge, I mean, I think in this setup, it's okay. In a lot of setups, it's quite scary. But all right, this is going to be our spot here. Obviously, only 3 off the bear 3. Let's take a peek here at Soul's bench here. Holding 1 bear on the board here. That's so annoying. That means that we have to find all the rest of the Woolly Bears in the pool here to hit. We will see, though, if we can just win a straight up fight, but I think this Ash board has just generated enough value. Wow, we're dead from that. That is crazy. What HP were we at? We're 15. Yeah, I mean, I guess actually, as long as it's a 3-0, we're dead here. And an IronBog going to just be okay with a second here because it is very hard to beat Ash. Still a really cool fast 9 game. I mean, disgustingly high roll. But I mean, just goes to show some games of TFT are insanely high roll, and that doesn't even necessarily mean that you win every time. Ash is a very, very good guy. So this is partially another Ash VOD review. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch, Metafy. I'm links down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching as always.